Hi, my name's Tim Broxton. Welcome back to Easy B's Kitchen. We got a special dish for you tonight. It's a Tuscan Seafood Risotto. You might wonder what a boy from Gainesville, Georgia knows about Italian cooking. But let me tell you, I've had the pleasure to study in Florence, the heart of Tuscany, for 5 months. And I learned a whole bunch about cooking and had an incredible experience. And believe me, their cooking style has influenced mine. What about Tuscany? Well, Tuscany is the heart of the Italian Renaissance. You're talking about Botticelli, Dante, Amerigo Vespucci. Okay, our country was named after this man. All right, back to the food. What do we have? We have incredible seafood bought right here in Gainesville at Atlanta Highway Seafood Market. We have head-on Gulf shrimp, beautiful large sea scallops, and little neck clams. Okay, what are we going to put with that? This is all the trimmings. We're going to get to it. We have cheese, pecorino, very important in the Italian region. We have Vermentino wine, just about a 1/3 cup. We've got mascarpone cheese. We've got some fresh sweet cream butter. We have beautiful, beautiful Florida lemons. We have some beautiful garlic. And here, of course, we have our shallots. And there is no Tuscan cooking without a touch of pepper. We have both white, black, and a touch of salt here. We have some fresh arborio rice. I couldn't find carnaroli in Gainesville. We have some fresh thyme and oregano here. We have some beautiful green Tuscan virgin olive oil. And we also have Italian parsley, and our garnish is going to be green and red pepper. And what is an Italian meal without fresh bread? So join us. We are going to Tuscany. The hillside awaits. Come join us. My favorite phrase, we're going to take it to the board and show you what this beautiful Tuscan risotto has in it, okay? We're going to start with our ingredients. We have herbs and spices. Fresh thyme, as I showed you earlier, 2 tablespoons, 2 tablespoons oregano, a 1/2 cup of Italian parsley, rough chopped, 3 cloves of garlic, 2 medium shallots. We're going to move on to our veggies, and we have green and red peppers just for garnish. Our grain is arborio rice, or if you're lucky enough to live in a major metropolitan area, you might actually find this carnaroli, which is more authentic in northern Italy. Okay, even though this arborio rice is harvested in Italy, this is the stuff you want. Seafood, okay, 10 clams, little necks, 10 head-on shrimp, and 10 sea scallops. Moving on, we have our wine. It must be Tuscan. If you can't use it, find your favorite white wine from California. This is a Vermentino. We got a 1/3 to a 1/2 cup. Our oils are going to be, of course, Tuscan extra virgin olive oil, a 1/3 cup, 4 tablespoons of sweet cream butter. Join us as we cook here in Easy B Kitchen tonight. I'm Tim Broxton, and we're going to make some of the best Tuscan food this side of the Atlantic. Join us. Okay, so why would anyone want to cook rice that takes so long? This actually takes 4 cups of water to 1 cup of rice. So in Italy, this is how they do it. They take their oil, beautiful hot pan, you stir this around, and this is tostatura. Okay, you want to turn it down, make sure you got it low enough but hot enough to get it all toasted. And then we're going to throw in our wine once we get all that coated, and let this wine cook into the risotto. Okay, we want this arborio rice to have the flavor of the wine. I'm going to tell you why you want rice that takes 4 cups of water to 1 and takes so long to cook. Flavor, flavor, flavor. Now that our wine has cooked in, we're going to do something that my friends in the Basque region of Spain have taught me to do. We're going to throw in a touch of garlic, and we're going to throw in our shallots. And these shallots are going to do nothing but provide flavor, flavor, flavor. That's where it's at. We're going to let this continue to cook with the shallots, and then we're going to start adding our homemade seafood stock, which is already hot and ready to go. And we're going to pour it in to this arborio rice, and that's going to be the acting agent for our starch. This rice is very sticky, has lots of starch, and we'll cook it al dente. So it's going to have a little crisp on it, and it's just going to be delicious. Again, this process is called tostatura. This pan has been in my family for generations, it seems. It's really just my mom and dad's, and I just remember it as a child, and it works so well. So we're taking all the risotto here, and now that we've cooked the garlic and the shallots down, we're going to begin adding our homemade seafood stock. And initially, we're going to add just enough to cover all of the arborio rice that's in here, as you see, like that. And in order to cook this properly, you have to constantly stir it. That's bringing out all the lovely starch that makes it such a wholesome and flavorful dish. You notice I'm focusing a lot on the arborio rice because if you don't get this right, this entire dish fails. You can see now the white starch coming out into our liquid, and it's time now to spice it up. We're going to throw in a little oregano and a little thyme, a little more oregano and a little more thyme, and a little more of our fresh seafood stock. All right, we're about 10 minutes into our arborio rice. We're going to throw our salt and pepper mixture in there, and as you can see, the volume of the arborio has increased dramatically. At this point, we're going to get our seafood started. With a little bit of ice, we had to keep these shrimp fresh. We're going to throw in a little bit of oil into this pan and our fresh shrimp. And we're also going to throw in our clams with a little bit of ice that was in them. And then in this pan, we're going to sear our scallops. First, we're going to throw in a little garlic and a little of our thyme and oregano mixture, just so we have consistency throughout the dish. We're going to turn that up and really get it hot and going. Right here in this pan, we're going to start searing our scallops. We're going to take just a tad of our extra virgin olive oil. We've coated the pan with it, and we've got the pan very hot. And we're going to throw them right on. You want to be careful because this can be flamed, a reason for flames. And we're going to sear these about a minute on each side, so they're still nice and translucent inside. So they're going to have a nice sear on either side and be nice and soft on the inside. After about 35 minutes of preparation, this is what your risotto should look like. You should be able to take your pan and turn it that way. No liquid is the key. The smell is unbelievable. Okay, we're going to take our shellfish, which we cooked earlier, in a separate pan, and pour that in, liquid and all. And we're going to take these scallops that we seared, and we're going to mix all this together. Traditionally in Tuscany and elsewhere in Italy, if you include seafood in the risotto, you're not going to add cheese and all these other things to mess with the flavor. But we have cooked this risotto in a traditional method until now, because we're going to take a nice pinch of this pecorino cheese, a couple of them actually, and a little bit of our mascarpone cheese, as I mentioned earlier. And we're going to take a pat of butter, about a tablespoon, and we're just going to continue to mix this until it's fully incorporated. I wish you could really smell the flavors here. It's got me really hungry. This is our Tuscan Seafood Risotto, and we're about to plate it. We've incorporated a little bit of the pecorino cheese, a little butter, and a little mascarpone. You'll just take it like so and throw it down to your plate. And you can see it's nice and sticky. All the starch has done most of the work for you. And if you're worried about appearance, I say take this beautiful head-on shrimp and put it right in the center. And then you'll take some fresh parsley and just throw it like that on the dish. And then finish it up with a touch of green and a touch of red pepper. And then we're going to put a little lemon right on top and serve it right there on the dish. Thanks for joining us this evening for our Tuscan inspired seafood risotto. My name's Tim Broxton from Easy B's Kitchen. This is our final dish. I hope you've enjoyed it. I'm ready to eat it. Have a good night and see you next time.